How do you say these sentences? The first time I saw him, I cried. That was the last time I saw him. He took everything I worked for. In particular, did you notice how I joined sounds together in these sentences? I'm going to focus in particular on these words here. Words that finish with a D or a T and start the next word with a consonant sound. What happened? Well, there are two things to notice. The first one is this. When one word ends and the next word begins with the same consonant, only say it once. Did you notice how I did that? The first time, not the first time. Native speakers of English only say it once so they can get more quickly from one word to the next and maintain their fluency. The first time I saw him, I cried. Why don't you try it as I say it the next time? I'll count to 3. I'll say it. You say it at the same time. 1, 2, 3. The first time I saw him, I cried. Okay, now let's look at the next two examples. Here we have a T or a D at the end of a word and then another consonant starting the next word. What happens here? Listen to me again and see if you can spot it. That was the last time I saw him. He took everything I worked for. What happened to that T and D? Well, you would have noticed this. When one word ends with T or D, that's T or D, and the next word begins with a consonant, the T and the D become very weak or disappear completely. Did you notice that? Did you notice how that became that? Not that was, but that was. And did you notice what happened with the second sentence? Not worked for, but work for. He took everything I worked for. The D was so weak we couldn't hear it. And that's what you need to do when you're attempting to speak fluently in English, where you have a consonant at the end of one word and the same consonant at the start of the next word. When that happens, join them together, say them only once. And if it's a hard consonant such as the T or the D, if there's a consonant afterwards, drop the D, drop the T. You can find out much more about all of these topics to do with English speaking and pronunciation if you take my course. There's a link to the course in the description below this video.